If you click this video for the short answer, no, he didn't. But stay for the rest of the video and find out why he hasn't gone too far. It would also help if you subbed. It would also help if you subbed. I'm really close to 50 subs. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an analogy right now. When you were younger, everybody knew who the fastest kid in class was, right? When someone said that they were faster than you, did you race them to figure out who was faster, or telling them to a teacher or an authority figure because you're a little bitch? I would assume you would race them. If not, you're a bitch. So the fact that Logan Paul has put out a lawsuit against Dillon Danis to stop the barrage of tweets that he's been putting out, which I might add are not funny, but they get the job done. So, good for you on selling the fight. Logan, I mean, this makes it seem like he's in your head.
Man, I don't know what to think no more, man.
Okay, let's de-escalate. Nobody's messing with your head.
Get out of me,
Nobody's messing with your head.
Get out of me,
Let's just put, no, nobody's messing with your head, man. Nobody's messing with your head.
It makes it seem like you don't want to fight. I mean, like I said, going back to this analogy, if someone says they're faster than you, you race them to shut them up. You don't tell on them. In this case, you fight Dillon Danis and you knock him out. You don't go to the court to have him stop posting about you. I mean, I don't even know what like term or like what type of charge that he could be charged with. Discrimination, I guess, but he's not really posting anything that's not true. There are some things, but for the most part, they're true. I mean, Logan Paul did put out a video on his YouTube channel where pretty much he called him Dillon Donut.
You fucking donut. Of course you don't put a fucking...
Alright. Okay. To me, it seems like you're not mentally prepared to be fighting Dillon Danis, which is such an insane thing to say. I mean, this is a guy who's backed out of his fight with KSI, talks all this shit, and he just doesn't want to fight. And then you finally get the opportunity to fight him. He has a clause in the contract where he has to pay Misfits $100,000 if he pulls out of this fight. And I feel like you're messing it up. I mean, there's so many people that would love to be in your position right now. I'm sure if KSI wasn't fighting Tommy Fury, he would love to fight Dillon Danis. Jake Paul had beef with Dillon Danis, your brother. I mean, you and Jake have had beef with this guy for years. A couple years ago, when Jake was really starting to get into the boxing thing, he pulled up on Dillon Danis in a pickup truck and threw toilet paper rolls at him. I mean, it's obvious that Dillon Danis and the Paul family do not like each other. So, why are you squandering this opportunity to make this personal? I don't understand why you're not making this more personal. I mean, what happens when the press conferences come up? Dillon's obviously going to say some out-of-pocket stuff. What are you going to do? Just sit there and take it? I mean, if I was about to marry somebody and they were talking about me like how Dillon is talking about them, I wouldn't be comfortable with my husband being essentially okay with it. I mean, you haven't even brought it up. At least to my knowledge. I could be wrong about that. He's just going in on you, and you're just not doing it. But I mean, props to Dillon. Honestly, I can't say anything else. Obviously, this is really below of any normal person, but it's okay for Dillon because he's a piece of shit. It's selling the fight. I would argue that I'm more interested in his fight with Logan than I am with KSI and Tommy Fury at this point. I feel like Logan is missing a very big opportunity to make this personal and to really solidify this feud and just kind of put all feelings aside and let just words be words and fist be fist and donuts be donuts.
You fucking donut. Of course you don't put a fucking...
I mean, you even have Conor McGregor throwing jabs at you. And I feel like you've been more personal with him than you have with Dillon. And you're not even fighting Conor. Conor's just training Dillon. Conor's had the best piece of work in this whole entire promotion. Logan Paul said, if you're so confident that your buddy's going to win, bet $1 million. You know what Conor said? How about you use that $1 million and pay back everybody that you scammed in CryptoZoo? The like, that's a really good comeback. That's really good. That's something personal. That's something really fucked up that he did that he didn't, like, do. And, I mean, it's not a post of his fiance with any celebrity. I mean, just scrolling through his Twitter, I mean, this barrage of tweets have been going on for a while. I mean, I've been scrolling here for the past 2 minutes, but I think this tweet in particular really encapsulates this entire build up to this fight. I'll put the tweet on the screen right now, and it says, "Which is better, win by knockout or win by hurt feelings?" And I mean, the audience has spoken. I don't get it, man. I mean, he's going on to say some really out-of-pocket stuff. There's an interview that he did with the Full Send podcast, and he went on to just tell everybody how he practically saved Logan's life in New York and how he has videos and all these things, but obviously nothing has come out. It's obvious, like, he's even lying about you at this point, and you're just not saying anything. I'll roll a video right now.
There's a story, me and Logan. So Logan was at a party in Manhattan at an after party. He came in, he didn't check in, and then he was with the Alex Cooper at a party. So I was like, I'm gonna go into this. So I come in with crutches, right? And I have the video, so like people think I'm bullshitting. I was on one side of the table, he was on the other side, and he was like all freaked out. He was like shitting his pants. And he came over to the table and he was like, "You pinky promise me you're not gonna do anything." A pinky promise. And I'm on crutches. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So like we're talking, whatever. And then like that whole shit happened. And he didn't realize like who I am in New York or the connections I have. And like I stopped him from getting murdered that night. Like, cause they were gonna shoot him in the back of the head. And I was like, bro, I don't want him to die. Like, just calm down. And like after that, he has not come back to New York. Yeah, it was like serious, bro. And I told him, I said, you watch yourself around me, like coming around with that stupid shit.
I don't know if Logan's really ready to be fighting yet. I mean, his last fight that he had, or exhibition, was with Floyd Mayweather, and I mean, I guess he looked alright for fighting Mayweather, but yeah, we didn't really see a whole lot from him in that fight. And not saying that Dillon Danis is a big challenge, but I mean, he's definitely getting in your head, and that has caused problems in the past. You've seen it when you fought KSI, especially the second time. I mean, you let your emotions get the best of you so much that you even pushed him to the ground and punched him in the back of the head, which ultimately lost you the fight. I think the reason why that this bothers me is because Logan could really just silence this once and for all by just pretty much telling him straight up, like, you could keep posting all these things, you could keep saying all these things on the internet, but the internet can't save you in that ring. In that ring, October 12th, you will meet the canvas, and you will look like a laughingstock in front of the entire internet. So enjoy whatever little bit of fame that you have using my family's name, because it's going to be short-lived. I just cut a sick promo right there. He couldn't do that, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think Dillon is getting in Logan's head? And if he is, do you think that's going to affect Logan in the fight? Let me know in the comments. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you liked, commented, and subbed. It would mean a lot. It helps the channel. We're on the road to 50 subs. But if you're interested in watching any more content, you can click this video right here, where I do a WWE-themed Would You Rather with my best friend Tyler, and we compare our answers. I appreciate all of you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. But until next time, peace.